I always advise candidates to go ahead and apply for the jobs that you want. Lots of the skills that you have may be transferable to this new position. Hi, I'm Michelle Baker. I'm a senior recruiter with Surescripts. When I initially applied with Surescripts, I actually didn't know a lot about the company at all. I was really pleasantly surprised to find out that Surescripts is the nation's largest health information network. I was also really impressed with just how impactful all of their products are. I think candidates are sometimes reluctant to apply to jobs for a number of reasons. I would say the most common reason is deeming yourself unqualified for the position, which happens a lot when there's a long list of qualifications in the job description. And sometimes, we will go through and say, well, I don't meet this bullet point, that bullet point, so I'm not going to apply. I always advise candidates to go ahead and apply for the jobs that you want. Oftentimes, while we may not have used the same tools or we may not have done it exactly the same way, lots of the skills that you have may be transferable to this new position. My most important tip for preparing for an interview is to actually come prepared. You want to do your homework. You want to look at the company's website, see what they're about, see if there are any recent accomplishments, things of that sort. You also want to come prepared with questions for the interviewers. You don't want to ask questions just for the sake of asking questions, but ask about things you really want to know about. I always advise people to prepare for interviews by looking up the person or the persons that you're going to be interviewing with. You can look at their LinkedIn profile. You may find information about them on the company website. Just come in with a more informed opinion so that you can ask the best questions. You also want to be prepared to articulate exactly what you've done. You want to be able to speak to everything that's on your resume, of course, but you also want to be able to describe in detail any projects that you've been a part of from start to finish and exactly what role you played. It's also important that when you're interviewing that you simply be yourself. We want to get to know who you are. What are your passions? What really gets you motivated and gets you excited? We want to make sure that it's not just a good fit for us, but a good fit for you as well. Our interview process is actually comprised of 3 stages. The first stage is the recruiter screen. That's where I, as the recruiter, will go through our database and look at the applicants that we've gotten and reach out to do a phone screen. During that phone screen, I'm going to get information about you. I'm going to confirm information on your resume or on your application. I'm going to give you information about the company and also about the role. The second step in our interview process is going to be an interview with the hiring manager. The hiring manager is going to give you more in-depth information about the position and what we're looking for. They're also going to ask you lots of questions about your background to make sure that this is the right position for you. The third stage is going to be the team interviews. During the team interviews, you're going to interview with 3 or 4 members of our teams. In a lot of cases, each member of the team is going to handle a specific portion of your interview. For example, we may have 1 or 2 people involved with the behavioral portion of the interview. We may have 1 or 2 people involved with the technical portion of the interview. And then finally, we may have 1 or 2 people helping you along through if there are any exercises or assessments that are involved with your interview. We feel that by interviewing with more than just 1 person, you get a better picture of what the job entails and also what it's like to work with Surescripts. Altogether, our interview process is going to take about 3 weeks. That's from the time of initial engagement through to the time where we're ready to make an offer. So I had this candidate, and we'll call her Mary. And Mary had applied for a position within our customer group. Mary had great skills, great healthcare, great technology skills. She had a master's degree. Mary didn't get the position that she applied for. However, Mary's background is just a really good fit for Surescripts in general. And so what we do is oftentimes we'll flag a candidate and say, hey, this person would be great if we have something come available with implementations, which is exactly what happened in Mary's case. So I phoned Mary up and I let her know, hey, we have this position. Is this something that you would be interested in interviewing for? She was. So we submitted Mary for that position, and Mary is with Surescripts Surescripts today. If you're interested in working for the nation's most trusted and capable health information network, have a look at Surescripts. We may be the company for you.